With the first Sunday of the Advent, we enter into the new liturgical year, which invites us to pause in silence and hope. Advent enables us to contemplate the Lord who comes to be present in our everyday life. It is a time of expectation and hope, a favorable time of a visit from God who comes to reawaken the true meaning of expectation in us and rekindle the heart of our faith in the mystery of Christ the Messiah. For this reason, it is a time of joy, an internalized joy that can never be negated because the Lord comes to meet us. The time of Advent also can be understood as a journey having twofold dimension: God's journey towards us and our journey towards God. He comes to be near us and He invites us to be near Him. It is a pilgrimage to the house of God that He may teach us His ways and we may walk in His paths. The prophet summons the nations. Come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Isaiah 2, 3-5. Toward the kingdom of justice, toward the kingdom of peace. He proclaims hope and certainty to the heart of Jerusalem. Every valley shall be raised up. The rugged land shall become smooth and plain. Do not fear. The Lord comes with might. Like a shepherd, He gathers and carries the lambs in His bosom. Therefore, prepare the way for the Lord. In the desert, a highway for our God. These words will be revoiced by John the Baptist, who prepared the way for the coming of the Messiah. Baptist, the forerunner of Jesus, gives courage to a people in crisis, to strengthen them, to carry on faithfully in their journey towards the horizon of hope. The season of Advent leads us to rediscover the horizon of hope that makes for a good journey. This is the hope founded on God's Word, which does not disappoint, simply because the Lord is very faithful. From age to age, His mercy extends to those who live in His presence. Read Luke 1:50. It is a time, therefore, to let go of the worldly distractions that takes away our attention from God, who comes to us in the humility of human condition, to stop wandering away on paths that lead astray. Every time we are disposed to take the path of faith and love, the Lord comes to each of us. He enters our existence in order to restore meaning to it and to treasure His presence, full of goodness and tenderness. Virgin Mary, the icon of silence and hope, the supreme model of Advent spirituality, carried within her heart the fullness of hope in God. In her womb, God's hope took flesh. It became man. It became history. Jesus Christ, says Pope Francis. The woman full of grace, Mary was most pleasing to God in all she was and did in order to receive the Messiah. In her splendid attitude to God's mission, be it done according to your word, we see Mary's immaculate heart shining as a light in the darkness, prepared fully to receive the true light, sent to enlighten every human heart. Read John 1:9. She was totally open to God, available, humble, and obedient. The faithful one, the lowly handmaid, the quiet contemplative, in whom we see all the beauty of Advent unraveled. In the depth of darkness, a new and radiant light was sparked in Mary's humble heart, a light which cannot be overcome by even deepest night of sin and death. It is this light we await in Advent, And the same divine light shining in the inner cell of Mary's being gives us the great hope and joy as we await the coming of Christ at Christmas. To Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God, we ask to obtain for us the grace so that each of us can be a fitting dwelling place for the Prince of Peace, the God with us. God bless you, your brother Eugene.